You are not gonna believe what I got to do today. There are so many options for my future, so I'm gonna look around now while I have the chance. Join me as I explore the world of work. Today I'm at Everyday Apparel.
Hi, I'm Bryce Flynn. This is my wife Jamie. We're here at Everyday Apparel. We've owned the business for approximately 15 years. It's always been a goal of ours to own a retail store. We were both working full-time about 25 years ago, and we decided that we would like to get into the awards business. So 25 years ago, we started putting trophies together on our kitchen table after hours, nights, weekends, and holidays, and went out and started promoting our business and telling everybody about our business. From there, it grew. We started getting orders, and we eventually ended up moving into other parts of our house and moving into our garage. And about in 2007, we had the opportunity to buy this retail location from the previous owner, which we purchased it, we brought it in, we revamped a lot of the things that we were offering. We offer embroidery, screen printing, trophies, plaques, and awards, ballistic body armor to the police departments along with their uniforms and everything. So we pretty much cover all the local businesses, contractors, which going through the tour and stuff, we're going to bring Aidan to the screen printing room where we're going to show him how we do direct-to-garment printing right on a t-shirt for himself. And then we're going to show him how we actually manufacture plaques here. And we're going to make a plaque for Aidan. Well, actually, Aidan's going to make his own plaque. And then we're going to go to the embroidery department, and we've got a logo set up for Aidan for skiing. And he's actually going to embroider a sweatshirt for himself as well and stuff. So it should be a lot of fun, and looking forward to it.
For the sweatshirt that we're going to make for you, and I'll show you how we do it. Alright, we are going to measure down about 4 inches from the center, and then we go about 4 inches over. We put a little dot there. And we're going to take our hoops. These are magnetic hoops. You have to watch these because you do get your fingers pinched in there. I've done that a couple times. And we're going to take this backing. This just makes it a little easier to place into the thing. Put it up in the shirt because this is going to hold our shirt together. Okay. Get it like right about in the center where we need it. And now we want to make sure that it's flat. So I push it up a little bit. And that looks pretty center. If you look at these straight across, right? Looks like it's pretty center. Okay. This white thing comes off. It just helps us to hold the backing on. You're going to put your arm up through there and through the neck because we want to guide it onto the machine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're going to guide your arm right over this because we want to do that, and these are going to hook right in here. Okay, clip right in there. Then I run my hands under here just to make sure the sweatshirt is not stuck under. Can you feel the backing that we put on there? Yeah. Yep, and the sweatshirt's out of the way because we don't want to embroider it together. Other than that, it'll sew it together. It'll be no good. Next thing we want to do is we want to put this, line this needle up with our dot so that we know it's in the center. So see it's in the center when I put the red dot on? See it's in the center of our white part? Okay, now we go over here, we look at the machine because we want to make sure that it's still in the hoop. So that it's not outside these lines, right? Everything's still in there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to trace it because just in case we don't trust that, we want to make sure that it fits in here. Okay, so we're going to hit this and this together, and it's going to show us where the design is going to go. Okay? Now you're going to press the green button.
We printed out the plaque in reverse image, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go right next door here. I've already got the heat press set up for you, and what we do is we take it like this, and then I grab this tape right here, and what we do is we take this, we turn it right upside down on this sheet like this. And this is a process, like I said, we had learned this like 25 years ago, this process, which I always thought was pretty cool. And what that does is now the image is on the thing. Now what we do is we take a walk over here. And this is the heat press. It's very hot. It's 400 degrees. And what we do is we take this and we put this over top. We put this down, and that has to heat for 60 seconds, 1 minute. And what it does is it heats up the plate, and the plate absorbs the ink from the paper into it. 60 seconds is up. And we lift this up. You gotta be careful because the plate is very hot. So because I've done this so many times before, I'm kind of used to it. And I take and I peel this right off like this. And you see,
Oh, wow, yeah.
you see how the full color image came out onto the plate?
Yeah.
Two-sided tape right here. We're going to just put this on it like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to peel off the back of the two-sided tape. And we're going to make sure the plaque, this is the point where you hang it onto your wall, so you wanted to do that. And then what we do is we line it up by eye. I've been doing this for a lot of years, so I'm usually pretty good with lining it up. We heat apply it on like that, and there's your plaque.
This is so cool. As soon as I get home, I'm going to put this on my wall. Did you know it only takes about 30 minutes to make this? That's insane. Look at how good all the colors are. I definitely learned today that Bryce is a really hard worker. He sets goals every single day, and it seems like he's accomplishing them really well.
As part of wanting to be a business owner or work for somebody, what you have to do is you have to set goals for yourself each and every day. It doesn't have to be a big goal, such as if I was an 11-year-old and I was to wake up the night before, I would sit there and say, okay, what do I want to get done tomorrow? Even if it's something small, even if it's just getting up and helping your mom do something, even if it's getting up and eating a healthy breakfast, even if I wind up, oh, I want to exercise tomorrow, even if it's just a very small goal, each day accomplish something. And instead of manually screen printing it, it automatically puts the ink right onto the shirt. So what we did is we actually have a shirt set up for you. So we're going to have you print your own shirt.
Okay.
Process is super crazy to make a shirt. You need to get the customer, then you need to get their order, then you need to tweak the design to how they like it. Then you need to press the shirt, then you need to print onto the shirt. I did not know that you need to do so many things just to make one shirt. If you could give your 11-year-old self advice or words of wisdom to prepare yourself for the world of work, what would it be?
I think it's important to each day set goals. Like I said, even if it's a minor goal, just to reach that goal each and every day. When you get to our level where you have multiple businesses going on, every night I've got to set multiple goals for the next day. That's why I start very early in the morning. This isn't, if you're going to be an entrepreneur and a business owner, you don't work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, not work nights, not work weekends, and not think about the business. It's very important that, like I said, set goals every day, no matter how minor it is, and as you get older, and you start to develop exactly what you'd like to do in life as far as become a police officer, if you'd like to be an entrepreneur, actually open up your own business or something like that, set goals for yourself. Like I said, we started out 25 years ago on our kitchen table, putting trophies together while we both worked full time. Our goal each day was to add new customers. Eventually we got to the point where we got so big where we had to buy a retail store. Once we got the retail store, then we were able to buy the building, which was another goal of ours. Another goal of ours was to also open up the ice cream stand, which we also did. So as you develop goals and you really have that desire and you really have that want and you really want that goal, you can achieve it and stuff.